Well, what is up, guys and girls? It's been a couple of days, and I need to update Clicker Heroes and talk about a bunch of other stuff. So I just ascended, and I'm up to, I think, level 6K or so. Where was it at here? World Ascensions, Transcensions, Mercs, Seasonals, Others. Whoa, where did I miss it at? Where did I miss it? Gold Hero Souls kills Ascensions. 33 for that one. Okay, yeah, 6106. There we go. So not too bad, not too far off as far as making a bunch of progress. And I just upgraded Solomon. We're going to upgrade Argayev. You can tell that we're pretty much up and away at this point. There's a lot of upgrades happening. And I probably have about, I think I'll probably make about 1,500 to 2,000 levels per ascension, maybe at this point. I don't know. It'll be good to see later on and kind of see where we're at. But you can tell I'm not following a calculator, man. I'm just kind of using a method that I've just used forever. It's probably not the most efficient if you go onto a calculator and take a look at it, but it does work for me, right? So Mimsy and then Mammon. So Mimsy, you're going to get a pop on the treasure chest, and with Dora amped up, you're going to get a factor increase there of the number of treasure chests that you're going to get. So it does end up being more money over time than raising Mammon. So I upgrade Mimsy first and then Mammon after that. Now I go down to Kumawaka Maru and I start looking to see how many we can upgrade on this. 50, probably 70 it looks like. Let's see. No, not quite. Let's just go 60. So what I do is I upgrade them all 60. And I keep a couple extra heroes just to make sure. But this is where it starts getting close. 80 is where it's a break even for Power Surge. And I'll show you what I mean by that when we get up there. Bubos. Berserker right here. It's an 80-second buff, so it's a 120-second buff, but the cooldown is 150, right? So it's let me see, 120 seconds to the duration of Power Surge. And 150, right? So if I use the cooldown, it would be pretty much automatic, but a couple of more levels and we'll be able to let him run pretty much unlimited, which doubles your damage. So and then we're going to go ahead and upgrade these guys. Take the auto clicker off of the top clicker, the adventurer guy, but we are going to upgrade all these just to make sure we get all of our buffs and damage buffs and extra gold and all that stuff. So. And I usually just do this kind of out of boredom sometimes once you get to higher level and they're like ranked 40,000 and whatnot. I just kind of let it go, right? So really, if we look on an ascension, like what is the priority? The priority is to get more hero souls, right? So to get more hero souls, you would pump up Solomon first. The next thing I do is I play an idle auto clicker mode. And what that means, I'm going to let these auto clickers poke away here, and then I'm going to just let the game run by itself because we use a combination. So, and I'll show you what that means. We're going to load everything into Argayev because on Tree Beast down here, see how we're not gilded yet? It's gilded down in Wepwet, but I can throw all the guilds back to Tree Beast and we're going to get 718 gilded for a plus E16 damage, which is a ton of damage. Like you can look now, the Dread Knight's doing 0 damage. Of the total. The Frostleaf is doing 0 of the total damage. So all of the damage is going to be right here in Tree Beast, and it's meant to be that way. Meant to be like if you're playing, if you don't play active, like you're not checking hero clickers like every 10 minutes. Maybe you want to go game some other stuff. Maybe you want to go play the release of Tiny Rails on Steam today. There's a lot of other things you can do and let Clicker Heroes run on the back and still enjoy the game. So not wrong if you don't do that. There's definitely active specs where you can do the clicking. There's an idle spec where you can basically pump your stats up for being idle stuff. So there's a lot you can do to enjoy the game. So anyway, this is the first half of the video. I'm going to let this run probably, I don't know, 2-3 hours, and then we'll be back to check up on it. So we are back. It's been a few hours. I actually did the Tiny Rails stream for the Steam Launch date today, which is a pretty cool game. If you haven't played, Tiny Rails on Steam is $10. It's well worth it, man. It's a lot of fun. And it's another game that you can play in the background while you're playing Clicker Heroes. So, we have let it run a couple hours on its own and not upgraded. You can see here all the way to Suchi now. So we are going, you can look at the difference, 226 there and 9,000 there, you know that we've let it run. So we're going to re-guild all the way down to Suchi and let it run some more. You can see how the damage picked up a little bit. So we're going to do a Dark Energize Boosted, or Dark Ritual Energize there. We call it EDR, Energized Dark Ritual. So I just popped all these guys over, so there's not going to be a whole lot left to put over to old Suchi. But then the next thing I do is I flip back up the Tree Beast, I take him off, pull the clicker off of the update there. So I throw the clicker on Such, throw the extra clicker there on the main guys, and I let him roll. So now that we've upgraded Suchi, which is the first time that I've gotten him this Ascension, we are going to let it fly, we're going to let it ride, and we're going to let this, because once this hits 100, or 200, and it starts getting the ×4 bonus, it ramps up again, and this will go to like level 9,000. It'll ramp pretty hardcore. So, and then we'll check back in another couple of hours, and then boom, we'll ascend, and then it's pretty much off to the races and off to this 5,000% here, 5,000K%. So we would like to boost up there and start finishing off our rotations here on our Ascension. So you can see I haven't had a ton of time to play. I did get a little bit of time here, and then, you know, of course, today it rained. So overnight I popped this and went through. And we made some progress. So we're going to run another couple of hours, and then we'll be back. Hey, so if you hear some strange noises in the background, that's my Black Desert Online character making beer. Yes, I said beer. Strange enough, that's what you pay your workers with in Black Desert Online. Don't know that I necessarily agree with it, because beer, I think, would make me want to work less. Although I don't drink, so can't really. So I got a cord, like I'm all wrapped up. I look like a fishnet over here with cords. Eventually, you think I'd work myself into the wireless age. Anyway, what's up, my Clicker Heroes? Dude, how about some shout-outs today? Let me get some shout-outs going. I haven't done that in a while. We have a ton of new people. The Fear Sergeant, he's talking about some Tiny Rails. I love it. Tegan, Tiny Rails. And I'm going to have a lot of Tiny Rails comments because it just dropped on Steam yesterday, and I gave away a bunch of keys. Graham Cross, what up on Tiny Rails? Mr. Vintage on Clicker Heroes. He's like, I can't get the Suchi no matter how much I spend on power-ups. Rather vexing, but I shall persist. Love the term vexing. I'm going to have to work that into the next rotation of some sort of a video. Vexing. Rob McCallum Films, that's my dude from Tiny Rails, from Tiny Titan Studios, who got us the copy of the Steam copy of Tiny Rails. Smart Music was like, hey, if you ever need music, come to my page, which I appreciate. Bobby Bob, my buddy, is always up there. Got him in the clan a few days back, 5 days ago. Legion 495, what's up? Anyway, that's good for the shouties for right now. Let's keep moving on. And you can see I'm on the menu here. I am still searching for Leroy Jenkins. He has eluded me for 2 years, and I didn't get him this time. I popped it, and I got some other noob. So I'm just going to go ahead and reset these guys. Let's take the souls there. Let's take the souls there. And let's take... let's do the quick cash, even though it's kind of futile. And we'll check on the total number of gilded heroes. I did upgrade this part, and I was like, whoa, we should be waiting for the video to do that. So 959, we got about another 2,000 levels since we last spoke, and you can see where it's slowing down. So we're going to go ahead and ascend and get this guy rolling again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to pop the thing off. We're going to drop, and then we're going to drop one there too, I think, right? When we get these guys going. Do we not have enough? Did I put too many over there? I did. I can't drop them if you put them all on the first one, B. Come on. Oh, I hit the C button, the Control C, and it drops more of them. So anyway, we're off and rolling there, so we'll let those guys continue to just roll. We'll hit our hero souls real quick. So again, I start with Solomon. We pump it up on the progress. Let's get them just jacked up. There we go. That is a huge run. That was about 30 upgrades there, man. And then Argiev, we'll pop him up. And then next is Juggernaut once we max that. So yeah, this is going to be another big run for us just based on the number of upgrades. we have an Argayev. It's going to probably take us to like 11,000 or so, I hope. I'm going to try not to transcend too much, and then Bale for those one-shotters, and then up to Fragsworth for the multiple click thing. So, and I say multiple click, it's click damage, but it does have a bigger effect overall to upgrade him. So where is he at? Fraggy Frag, 13%, 14%, 15%, 16%, 17%, 8. Oh, almost went to 18. So then what I do is once I get all the damage and Solomon out, then you know what I do here is, you know what I'm going to do. You know what I did. Go to Kumawaka Maru, and let's see. I go until he starts to move on there. So we get 70, 80, 90. Can we get, oh, 90. So what I do is I go back and I just hit the shift key, 1, 2, 3. And then I raise them all, 1, 2, 3, which means that, and I'll show you once we get these guys done, but it means we're going to be able to double our damage here. So with this right here, which is Power Surge, and I'll show you that once we have gone through and done all of our upgrades. So 1, 2, 3 on the skill cooldowns, which is nice. 1, 2, 3, get some more Rubis. And I think that was it. Okay, so cool. And then what I do is I get Morgulis here, and I just queue him up and just roll his damage. Eventually, he out-damages a lot of stuff, which would be great if you're doing a true idle build to get Morgulis rolling. It would increase damage significantly. But we go more... it's a Hero Soul additive, so it works great for idle and for clicking. But I think a lot of people don't upgrade this guy, and they're... I mean... It's definitely a mistake to not upgrade this guy, because you can see, like, I mean, at this point damage is just rolling. So if I'm gonna wait to put the rest of these souls up there, I'm gonna wait until probably, like, I don't know, I'll wait till we get a little bit closer to end game, and I'll start adding more in there, and I'll show you the damage increase for Morgulis. So all right, let's go down here. We can get Dread Knight, Frostleaf, Grant the General. You know what, I didn't put anything into Mammon and Mimsy this run, but I'll do that next run. We'll just actually, I think I might go back and see what it was, because normally after I do all the damage, I do the gold increase, and I forgot on this run. Whoopsie. Some of you guys are going, that old man blew him mine. He blew him mine. All right, so and then I do the Energized Dark Ritual, because the 10% damage it stacks, it's cumulative, and it doesn't matter when you pop it. I used to think it was better to go to end game, but now it's just anytime you want to pop that and roll through. Okay, so these guys are going, they're on the way. We're at a 5, which is nice, right? So Kumawaka Maru is up there. So here's one thing that you gotta do. See this extra clicker here? We're gonna drop him right on the Power Surge, and that's gonna give you basically, let's read it. It's gonna give you a 100% DPS for 210 seconds. The cooldown is 3 minutes and 13 seconds, which would be 193 seconds. So the actual Power Surge is going to last longer than the cooldown. And then this clicker, I could put him on here, but I'm only going to get, I mean, a 1 in, let me see, I can, I took that clicker off of there, and I can take this clicker off of here. We'll go Gilded. We're going to move to Tree Beast, because we want 100% of our damage up here, which it is, on Tree Beast, and the Tree Beast is going to just level all the way out, man. He'll go all the way to Suchi, then I'll flip everything to Suchi and continue from there. So basically that's it, man. That's the update. I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions or comments, holla at me. See ya.